always find you got to sample before.
New video of the caravan of migrants streaming across the Guatemalan border into Mexico before being confronted and turned away by police. This as President Trump issues a stern warning about stopping the group before it reaches the United States.
A lot of reasons that caravan, 4,000 people. But I just want to thank the Mexican government because they're stopping it, hopefully, before it ever gets to Mexico. As you know, I'm willing to send the military to defend our southern border if necessary. All caused because of the illegal immigration onslaught brought by the Democrats because they refuse to acknowledge or to change the laws. They like it.
And earlier this morning, our own Griff Jenkins, alongside Border Patrol agents apprehending illegal immigrants trying to cross into Texas.
We've gone deep into the brush, another group of individuals. Now, you're looking at 3 guys that we came deep into this brush that they had located and found.
Griff was on the Daily Briefing today, Greg, and he said that the Border Patrol told him that they could apprehend about 640 illegal crossers a day.
Ooh.
A day.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Thanks, Griff.
Yeah.
He does a good job since he got those contacts. Anyway, the media is going to hate this fact, but we all want the same thing, left or right, Republican or Democrats. We all want everybody to live good lives. But humans have figured out a long time ago that in order to lead good lives, you have to have a process. You have to have a system. And right now, the Democrats, they have no process or system. They just have a goal. And when you just have a goal, it always ends badly because it has no system. So human beings with common sense naturally reject anything that doesn't have a process. Yet the Democrats always choose issues where process is portrayed as inhuman or cold. So in the Kavanaugh hearing, if you yelled due process, well, you must hate women, right? You are a pig for wanting due process. And the Khashoggi thing, if you're trying to say investigative process, they're saying there's emotional outrage. Why aren't we doing something now? No, we have an investigative process. If you look at the caravan, we have legal immigration. That is a process. But you are somehow a cold monster in all of these instances for pleading for a process.
This, Kennedy, if you see the pictures there we have from earlier today, this is not good for anybody.
Nope.
And including the migrants themselves who are trying to get here. Well, and that's the thing that's lost in all this because we're in the middle of this big midterm fight, and you have 2 sides who are entrenched, and both of them are trying to gain as much political favor and benefit out of these pictures. But think about the people who are here, and the reason they're on this train is because they're going to get attention, and they think that it increases their chances. If there's one giant thing that's crossing the border, that it increases their chances of making it to safety and prosperity. You know, I look at this and I don't think these are bad people. I also look at the flip side, and there is an increase in immigration, which because we have a horrible immigration system, a lot of it tends to be illegal immigration in this country, when there is economic health. And that is a good sign. When there is a dip and when we have a recession, you don't see as many people trying to come across, but there are jobs to be had here. The low unemployment numbers are the biggest magnet for people. The problem is, Greg is absolutely right. It is all about systems. There's so much confusion. We are hearing 2 sides on the exact same issue, and we don't know because you hear that, you know, detention centers are full and they're letting everyone go. And if I'm hearing that and I have kids and I want to feed my family, I'm going to bring them up north because there's a good chance that I'm going to be able to get in free and clear. Well, looking back for the Democrats, you know, when President Trump offered them that pretty good deal, you know, a little bit of wall funding for the Dreamers and figuring out a way to do more on the border, wouldn't that have just been a good way to at least avoid this problem, this humanitarian crisis that we're seeing?
I think that he had a deal for a while with Schumer, but it's just that he kept upping the ante and then Schumer backed away. But nonetheless, I think there's a lot of resistance on the part of Democrats, the idea that you would just pay off Trump with the wall, which is not an effective block in terms of stopping immigration, but just do it because he wants it as, what did Pelosi say this week? It's a manhood issue.
But a lot of Democrats actually have voted for wall funding.
But previously, let me finish this point. Yeah, I think lots of people.
Schumer himself.
This is a great point. In fact,
thank you.
Lots of border security is put in place. George W. Bush, Barack Obama, they had deals or efforts at deals. with Clinton,
Well, and it's not
Obama,
working, man. As
and
you said,
Bush and
Griff
Obama.
saying
But-
this morning that there's 640 Jesse crossing a day.
Yeah, that's a lot, and we can't handle it. There's some interesting stuff out here in the latest AP Wire, which I've been following closely all day, Dana. So, and you can see it on the TV. A lot of the people that you see on the video are waving Honduran flags. Now, if you're leaving a country because you don't want to be there, why are you so proud and waving a flag? One thing. They're also noisily demanding to be let in, ripping down fencing and tugging at it, and then basically, assaulting police officers on the other side. Are those the type of law-abiding human beings that America should welcome? I just don't think so. And also, if you read all the quotes from the AP about some of these migrants, they're not saying we're fleeing violence. They're saying no one's going to stop us, quote, we're going to the U.S., quote, and we want to go for better economic conditions. I want a construction job in L.A.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm in L.A. and I'm in construction, why do I want some guy to come here from another country that they can just get paid half my money and they don't have to cover any health benefits for? I just don't understand how this can appeal to regular.
You should talk to
there
Kennedy
aren't enough
because
people to
Kennedy
fill
made
the
the point
job.
earlier. These aren't bad people. You want to demonize these people.
I'm not trying to demonize them, Juan.
You know what you should do?
Look what happened in Europe.
You
You
are
saw all these
demonizing
people come in
You
from
are
Syria,
trying to say, oh,
and
these
now
are-
even Merkel says
No.
we regret that.
You're on GOP midterm talking points. These people
Well,
are
I've
so
been saying this
terrible.
for
They're a
years.
threat. Let me tell you, if you're saying something significant, talk about the fact that most illegal immigrants come in this country with visas. They overstay them.
Okay,
they
Juan,
come on
why
airplanes.
can't they just
come on
come in
ships.
at a port of entry?
I see.
They're not fleeing any sort of
Yeah.
dangerous conditions.
No.
They're just coming to take jobs.
Get out
And
of
also
here.
it's-
You're just picking up on Trump's talking point.
Juan, it's
Trump's
in the
talking
AP.
point.
You're calling the
Dem-
AP fake
No,
news?
The Democrats are paying for this. The Democrats.
Oh, you know what? Okay, Juan, I didn't want to have to do this, but I'm going to cite this, okay? One of these guys they just arrested was a U.S. citizen, and he works with People Without Borders.
Yeah.
He's running the caravan.
Yeah,
he
terrible
lives in
justice.
California. They
Oh,
flew him down to run
humanitarian
this thing. You're
humanitarian
saying that no
concern.
one's getting paid?
Nobody.
It's right here.
Oh,
And you
yeah.
know who these sources? The AP.
Oh my gosh,
The AP
Jesse.
is getting a lot of attention, and we will continue to follow that. Fox News all weekend. You'll be wanting to check it out. Next, Rosie O'Donnell renewing her feud with President Trump by saying he should be removed from office forcibly.